Let's start from question 1, section A. The assignment is read as follows. As retailer operations managers, you have been requested to play an advisory to the Zimbabwean-based JTX retail chain store company. The supermarket seeks to invest in South Africa by penetrating the retail industry in the country. You are in effect required to advise the company as to how they should enter the retail sector in terms of South African consumer landscape. Further advise how are they going to maneuver their South African trading economics in terms of retail opportunities and threats, as well as how are they going to deal with competition from well-established retail operators in South Africa?
First, I think we should start by breaking down the question. I think we should, in the introduction, we should include a brief overview of JTX retailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also add the importance of entries, the South African market.
We could also add some objectives of advertising reports.
Oh yes. Did you take that down?
I'm writing, that's why I'm sending.
I think we should also include the market entry as they are from Zimbabwe and coming to
like joint ventures, franchises, benefit and investment and more.
What about their advantages and disadvantages of those joint ventures?
I think we should also include them.
Oh yeah.
And also the recommendation strategies for JTX.
Oh yes.
Make sure you write it down.
I'm writing.
I think they mentioned something like maneuvering of South African trading economy. They did. Also about opportunities and threats, okay.
Opportunities and threats?
And when they are talking about threats, they mean economic stability and current fluctuation. That's right or wrong?
That's right.
Writing is down.
Also, there are competitors from our locals because we have many retailers in our local.
And also international ones.
Yeah.
So you should jot down
International
competitors,
competitors.
and local.
Including our Spa, Pick and Pay, Woolies,
Enjoy life.
And we need to find a way on how they will deal with those competitors.
So strategies.
Yes. Like unique selling, customer service, the way they operate, you should include that.
Opportunities of
the maneuvering. What about growing in middle class and urbanization? I think we should include that.
I second that.
Growing on middle class and urbanization.
And urbanization.
Yeah.
That's it for question 1, or there is more to add?
On question 1, I think we're done with question 1.
Yeah.
It seems like you want to add something. I see like you.
No. I think I will add something during the assignment when we like.
No worries.
Question 1.
Yeah, that's it for question 1.
Then we have question 2, which is 25 marks. So Pick and Pay, one of the largest retailers in South Africa, is raising some red flags to the South African consumers and the economy at large. The retail chain is currently embarking on massive restructuring and re-engineering to try save its operations. During the restructuring and re-engineering process, the company aims to shut down some of its outlets. Bless you. And its outlets. They are seeking to rebrand its image and repositioning their market offerings. How do you read this?
I missed.
amidst tough competition, mainly from Shoprite's, Spar, and Woolworths. In your view, having gone through the formal lectures, having gone through first and second year in terms retail operations management, how do you see Pick n Pay moving forward? Also, what do you think happened? Meaning, why is Pick n Pay finding itself in this predicament? Because it has been one of the biggest and successful stores in South Africa. It was then overtaken by Shoprite, and now the company's performance continues to face serious challenges. However, the new CEO is determined to change things around. So, as a retail operations student, in line with the topics we have covered and still covering during class times, how would you manage Pick n Pay's retail operations in terms of the key factors affecting retail, in terms of the challenges affecting retail, and in terms of the current economic hardships given the and this one DIRE? Dear, was it dear or dare?
It is dear.
Dear economic environment in South Africa. The store needs to survive and thrive. How do you deal with this challenge? Did we all understand the questions?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It's a long one, though, yo. Till forever.
So are we
So
gonna
where
do
do we
it
start?
as you did on question one, or are we gonna use a different strategy? Oh, this discussion. Yes. I think we also need an introduction here.
Introduction.
Introduction.
Maybe we could talk about a history of Pick n Pay and
current status
yeah.
of Pick n Pay.
Yeah, history.
And they also mentioned on the case that they are facing some challenges. I think we can also include that.
Oh, yeah,
Something like what challenges they are facing,
Like internal factor and external
and
factors.
external factors.
Yeah.
So by internal factors, do they mean or need factors that affect them from the inside, or
Yeah,
Yes,
from
from-
from the inside, then
Yes.
external?
From the
Like,
outside.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, like they also need like an analysis of competitors, examining the strategies employed by Shoprite, Spar, and etc. Yeah.
They also mentioned Woolies.
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 Okay, so maybe we should also include specific incident that led to the decline.
Okay, yeah. You wrote that down.
Specific.
It's specific
That's
incidents.
And that's led to it.
This led to decline.
Yes.
LED.
Decline. And we should also consider rebranding and repositioning strategies, key elements of rebranding, identity, communication, and market perceptions.
Okay. That's a good point.
I should edit.
Yes.
What did you say again?
Uh,
I said they should also consider rebranding and repositioning of strategies.
rebranding and repositioning.
Of strategies.
I think we should also include repositioning market offering, like products range, price strategies.
And also target segments.
Yes.
Target segments.
You get me?
I get it.
If you don't get it,
Forget about it.
Focus, guys. Focus.
Okay. Oh, you're writing everything.
They should also managing a retail operation mid economic hardship. Yeah.
like supply chain optimization. technology integrations. I think something like that. We'll get more into details when we're writing.
Just I should write those points down.
Yes.
If I may ask, what kind of a store is Pick and Pay?
No, it's against middle class and upper class.
It's a retailer that offers a wide variety of products.
Yes,
Like
it has
how
Pick and Pay
home
clothing.
essentials,
Pick and Pay liquor, Pick and Pay foods.
Yeah.
How can I prepare it?
I thought you wanted something like, is it a convenience store?
Yes, also
Or,
that you may add, yes.
Is it a convenient? It's not a convenience store though.
It's
Is it a
a
supermarket?
supermarket, yes. Pick and Pay is a
It's a
supermarket.
supermarket.
Because it also
Offers
has
everything.
Pick and Pay Hyper.
Yeah.
It's a supermarket. It doesn't like here, guys.
And Pick and Pay has its own brand. It's a no-name
No name brand,
yes.
Oh, they do have those products there.
Bracing no name.
And the service, guys, don't forget the service.
Top
Yo,
notch.
And
no,
they're seamless, and they're
Top notch.
seamless.
Unlike those Trinani
They say high quality
supermarkets.
things, especially their clothes.
And
Even the our workers.
I
The
once
savers.
bought G-strings there. Oh, superb. I'm talking from experience.
Guys.
Okay, guys, let's focus.
But
And
yeah,
also, what I've noticed, okay, I once bought baby vest at Ackermans, and as the child is growing, they are growing with the child because
so they
they
stretch.
Mm.
Yeah.
whilst Pick
Those
and Pay,
Pick and Pay.
yes, they are very good quality.
quality.
But in the case study, they're saying that Pick and Pay is facing challenges.
Challenges. So
And that is
Yes.
confusing me a lot.
No, I don't know why it's confusing you because they have competitors.
Like your Checker 6060, Pick and Pay ASAP customers are like complaining that they take
Forever to deliver.
Unlike
Oh,
Checkers system.
We should include that.
Do
under
they have online
recommendations.
shopping? Do they do online shopping?
They do.
Online shopping.
Yeah,
Pick and Pay.
Yeah,
They
Pick
do.
and Pay ASAP.
Oh,
They
Pick and
do.
Pay
Yeah.
ASAP.
I think we should also include that in the recommendations when we're doing conclusion. Like
Yeah.
they should recommend like they must like in terms of their delivery check like Pick and Pay ASAP. They need to be on time, like so that customers can gain trust and like.
And they are not following their brand name. It's
Yeah,
Pick and Pay ASAP,
ASAP.
and yes, they take forever to
Yeah.
deliver. And yes, they take. Yeah.
And the actions of the new CEO that he or she needs to take, as they say, there's a new CEO. So I think we should also include that under recommendation of how she or he need to do to adjust in the industry.
To improve.
Yeah, like the long-term growth strategies, like they need to implement.
Yes.
And the recommendations.
Yeah,
And
recommendations.
recommendations.
Competitors are always there in the industry.
Always do.
You need to do your
also have
best.
competitors. Us sellers.
Can also run for them.
Oh, is that all for question 2?
Yeah,
I think
that's
we're done
all.
with question 2. Is there anything
Anyone
haven't
would like
said.
to add?
No.
We've talked about competitors. We've talked about
Yeah, we covered
recommendations.
New CEO.
Anything you say? Or
Rebranding and repositioning.
Is and also external and internal factors.
Analysis of competitors.
Yeah, we
I
covered
think we've
everything.
covered
Yeah,
the,
we have done.
the whole question so
Question
far.
two.
Then let's move forward to question 3.
Yeah.
Question 3. Who's gonna read for question 3? I'm not reading again.
I
I'm
volunteer.
reading again.
Give it to me.
Then, Jace. Hi.
Okay, we have question 3, which is 25 marks. Investigates and analyze the likely influence and impacts of consumerism on retail operations management. What does it take for a retailer to be successful in the midst of over-changing needs, wants, tastes, and preferences of consumers as a subject or factor that needs to be considered in relation to consumerism?
Did we not cover this topic in our class?
I think we
we
did.
did. I think
Consumerism, right?
Yeah, I remember we defined it as the promotion of interest of consumers and the protection of their rights and welfare.
Yes.
Now it does ring a bell. So we are going to structure this question as well as we did.
Yes, and the other questions.
Yeah, I think we must first in the
Have introduction.
define consumerism
And
in details.
importance.
Yeah, in
That's
details.
the importance of consumerism. Are you
And
guys saying
retail.
It's under introduction,
under
we have
introduction,
definition.
and importance of consumerism
In retail, don't forget. In
in
retail.
retail? Don't forget.
In
the
retail.
definition and the importance of consumerism.
And then we should outline the impact of changing consumer needs.
Like trend in consumer service.
What's trends, maybe? What's trends?
Health consciousness, digital engagement.
Just sustainability.
Sustainability.
Yeah.
Health conscious. I think something like that.
Yeah. We should outline those.
Big English
I think we
words.
should outline those.
Impacts on product development.
Yeah, and impact management.
Oh yeah.
I should include that. What about strategies of retail success
Like
in consumerism?
in consumerism, we may include consumer finance-centric approaches
Yeah.
Personalization, maybe.
in personalization.
Yeah, and customer experiences.
Yeah. What's we did this topic in class, guys. Consumer insights.
Trend forecasting.
Yeah.
Trend forecasting.
Casting.
Leverage, that's an analysis.
We must also include like a case study with examples.
With examples.
Yeah, whereby like we outline the successful retailers
Yeah.
adapting to consumerism. Yeah.
In that case study, are we going to be asked questions or we just put the case study?
Like we'll summarize the case study.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Oh,
include
no.
examples in our
Oh,
own words.
yeah.
Plagiarism, hundreds.
and
Plagiarism will be the death of us.
And don't forget the global and local market examples. Global
Global.
and local market examples in the case study.
Yes. What about challenges and integration strategy?
We should also include it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's too much for us. We're still young for this. Balancing cost and consumer expectations. Under challenges.
Under challenges?
Yes. Balancing.
Cost.
Right.
Balancing.
Balancing cost and consumer expectation.
Quality versus
This is-
affordability.
Yeah,
quality.
Yes.
So this must balance.
And navigate consumer activism. under
Ethical-
those challenges.
ethical concerns.
Yeah.
And then in conclusion, I think we should summarize like the key findings,
Okay.
and the strategies and recommendations for retailers,
Future
future outlook on
and operation.
Yeah.
I think we are done now.
Yeah.